So our today's topic is extended ER features like specialization, generalization and aggregation. So we have already studied ER diagram and all the basic concept of ER diagram. Now we will study specialization, generalization and aggregation one by one. So as far as the specialization is concerned, it's a top-down design process. We designate subgrouping within an entity set that are distinctive from other entities in the set. These subgrouping becomes lower level entity sets that have attributes or participate in relationship that do not apply to the higher level of entity. So as it is depicted in this diagram, you can see the person table or a relation which has attributes like person ID, name, street and city. These are all the attributes of the person table. Okay, and the employee table and customer table is a type of person. Okay, so employee is also a person and customer is also a person. So as we are coming down from person to employee, we are taking all the properties of the person table and we are adding some more features like salary and credit rating to employee and customer table individually. Okay, so this is the specialization. As we are coming down, we are making things specialized. So this is what is specialization. So means in between person and employee and person and customer, there is a type of relationship. Okay, we can also understand this concept with the help of classes. The concept of classes. Suppose we have made a class person which has some properties like person ID, name, street and city. But if we are deriving employee class from the person class, if an employee class is inheriting the properties of person class, so we can add the additional property inside the employee class, that is salary. So salary is not the property of the person class. Salary is the property of employee class which is added additionally to the employee class apart from the properties of the person class. So employee class will have all the properties of the person class, but additional it has salary property in the employee class. So this is what is specialization. Okay, so the person class is general class, but as we come down and we are making employee class special, like we are adding one more additional property to employee class, that is salary. Similarly with the customer, because customer is also inheriting the property of person class. Okay, we are understanding this concept with the help of class concept. Okay, customer and person both are the classes which we have made, but customer class is inheriting the properties of person class. That means customer class will have all the properties like person ID, name, street, city inside the customer class, but because we are making customer class special, so we will add some additional property like credit rating in the customer class. So this is the example of specialization. As we are coming down from person class to employee class or person class to customer class, we are adding some special properties to both the classes. So that is the process of specialization. That is the process of specialization. Okay, we can also say it is what is a type of relationship, because definitely there is a relationship between employee and person, customer and person. So this type of relationship is what is a type of relationship. So we use this triangle shape to establish is a kind of relationship between the classes. But if we consider the concept of database management system, the similar concept is also applied in database management system, because if we have already created a table called person, so we can create additional table like employee, and which will have all the properties of the previously exist table, that is person table, but some additional property like salary will be added to the special table, that is what employee. Okay, similarly we have created customer table with the additional property like credit rating. Customer is also having all the properties of person class, but it has some additional property like credit rating in a customer table. Further, the employee table, the properties of employee tables are or we can say that means the officer table, teller table and secretary table, all these three tables are inheriting the properties of employee table. Okay, employee class. Okay, there are three classes as we come down to officer, teller and secretary. Okay, from employee table we all these three classes, officer, teller and secretary, these three classes are inheriting the properties of employee class. Like employee class is inheriting the properties of person class, in a similar way officer, teller, secretary, these three classes are inheriting the properties of employee class. That means officer, teller and secretary class will have all the properties of employee class, but will have some additional property individually. Okay, as you are seeing in the diagram, officer is having some additional property like office number, teller is having two additional property like station number and hours worked. Okay, and secretary class is having properties of property like hour worked with secretary class. Okay, so this is the another specialization case. The employee class is specialized, okay, in the form of officer, teller and secretary class. Okay, similar way we can understand like if we are creating officer and teller table relation in database, officer, teller and secretary, these three tables can or these three tables are accessing or are having the properties of all the properties of employee class. These three tables are having all the properties of employee class, but having additional property like office number, station number, worked are individually in the specialized class. Okay, so this is what the specialization. As we are coming down, we are making our table specialized. How we are making it specialized? Because we are adding additional properties apart from having the previous property from the super class. We are adding some additional property inside the table. That means we are making it we are making table is specialized, right? Now we come to the concept generalization. So the difference between specialization and generalization, specialization is a top down design approach, but this generalization is a bottom up design approach. The it combines a number of entity sets that share the same features into a higher level entity set. So which is the higher level in this particular diagram? If we say that which is the higher level of entity set, person, means in all how many entity sets are there in this particular diagram? Person, employee, customer, officer, teller, secretary. These are the entity set. So which one is the highest higher level of the entity set? Person is the highest level of the entity set. Employee and customer are the intermediate level of entity set, and officer, teller and secretary, these are the lower level of the entity set. Okay, so according to the generalization, okay, keep this particular diagram in mind. According to the generalization design process, we are combining entity sets that share the same features. So all the same features of employee and customer entity set will be combined and will be available with the higher level of the entity set. It is nothing but the person. Okay, so this is what the generalization. We are making these two classes like employee and customer table or entity set. These two entity sets, we are combining properties or things of these two entity sets and making it generalized in the form of person entity set. Okay, so that is what the generalization. Specialization and generalization are simple inversion of each other. That means they are opposite to each other. One is following the top down design process and another one is following the bottom up design process. Specialization is top down approach and generalization is the bottom up approach. Okay, they are represented in an ER diagram in the same way. So we do not have separate representation as far as the specialization and generalization are concerned. We represent both the things in the same way, like that triangle, and we write is a in that particular triangle. The term specialization and generalization are used interchangeably. So whenever we want to represent some relationships or a hierarchy, so we represent the term specialization and generalization, and these terms can be used interchangeably. So coming back to the diagram, as we are coming down, okay, we are making our entity set special. Like officer, teller and secretary are the special entity set of employee entity set, and employee and customer entity sets are the special case of person entity sets. So as we are coming down, we are making our entity set special by adding some properties into it. Okay, but as we are combining, as we are going bottom to up, we are taking all the common features of entity sets and combining these common features and making one entity set which will have common feature is called the general form, generalization. Okay, that will be generalization. Okay, all the entity set like officer, teller and secretary will have salary, because it is like officer is like a employee. Okay, teller is like a employee. So officer, whether it is officer, teller or secretary, it means all these three will have salary and all the features of the employee class. But as we are going up, we are combining all the features and making one general form, that is the employee. Okay, and if we are combining all the common features of employee and customer entity sets and making one general entity set, that is nothing but person, it is called generalization. So person ID, name, street, city are the attributes of the entity sets which are in general, which will have in employee as well as customer class. So we can have multiple specialization of an entity set based on different features. Example, permanent employee versus temporary employee, in addition to officer versus secretary versus teller. So means we can have multiple specialization. So means suppose we have one employee entity set, so we can make that employee entity set is special in the form of permanent employee as well as temporary employee, or by creating a special entity like permanent employee and temporary employee. Because if we consider permanent employee and temporary employee, both the entity set will have some different features with them. Like permanent employee will have some permanent employee number, or temporary will have a daily wages like of things. So we can add some different features with both permanent employee as well as temporary employee. So if we are creating the specialized entity set of permanent employee or temporary employee, like officer, secretary and teller, so we can assign like teller may be a temporary employee, but officer and secretary will be permanent employee. So likewise we can make a special entity set as our requirement. So it is why is a relationship is also referred to as a superclass and subclass relationship. Okay, so what that particular point is trying to tell you, 1 minute, I just choose one pointer here. Okay, so here we have one table, that is what that permanent employee, it is what permanent employee, and this is what temporary employee. Permanent employee and temporary employee are the special form of permanent employee, and temporary employee are the special form of employee class. If we do some changes in this diagram, we can change, like we can create some special form like permanent employee and temporary employee. Okay, and suppose we are making officer as a permanent employee and secretary as a permanent employee, but we are making this teller as a temporary employee. Okay, so in this way we can do. So teller will be the special form of the temporary employee. Okay, so station number, working hours. So how many working hours teller is doing with particular station, so that is what the permanent employee. Okay, but office number, office is the permanent, there will be office, and how many hours a secretary is working, that is associated with secretary, and these two, officer and secretary, is a type relationship of permanent employee. So we can change this diagram, which is the relationship between the higher level of entity set and the lower level of entity set as per our requirement. So this is what the specialization and aggregation, and it is also referred as a relationship between superclass and subclass. So which one is the superclass? As far as the relationship between person and employee and person and customer, the superclass is person class, and employee and customer entity sets are subclasses. Okay, so similarly, employee is a superclass. Okay, and officer, teller and secretary, these are the subclasses. Now we come to the aggregation. So aggregation is an association. Okay, it is an association, or it's we can also say that it's a example of a relationship, but that relationship will be of different type. So consider the ternary relationship as shown in the diagram. Works on is a ternary relationship, okay, which is in between employee, job and branch. Okay, this is what it is, a ternary relationship. Works on is a ternary relationship between employee, job and branch. So a particular employee is working on a particular job with particular branch. So all the necessary things are, all the entity sets are involved in this particular relationship. Suppose we want to record managers for tasks performed by employee at a particular branch. So manages also a relationship. Okay, but it is not a ternary relationship. It is a in this manages relationship, 4 different types of entity sets are employee. It is also, yes, it is in this particular relationship, 4 different entity sets are applied here. So employee, manager, branch and job, all these entity sets are involved in the managers. So if we consider this type of relationship, we call it as aggregation. Relationship sets, works on and manages represent overlapping information. Every manages relationship corresponds to work on relationship. So manages is a part of works on relationship. Manages, it's a part of works on relationship, because a particular employee who is working on a particular job with a particular branch. So for this particular job, somebody is managing that particular employee. So manages is what? Manages is a part of works on. So there is a aggregation. There is a aggregation. So, however, some works on relationship may not correspond to any manager's relationship. So we cannot discard the works on relationship. Eliminate this redundancy via aggregation. Treat relationship as an abstract entity. Allows relationship between relationships. Abstraction of relationship into new entity. Without introducing redundancy, the following diagram represent an employee works on a particular job at a particular branch. An employee branch job combination may have associated manager. So how we can understand this aggregation? Okay, because the works on relationship is in between employee, job and branch. Okay, employee, job and branch. But how manager is involved in this particular works on? Because a particular employee who is working on a job with particular branch will be managed by some manager. Okay, so we can create additional relationship which is called manages. Okay, so every works on entry which comprises employee name, job name and branch will be managed by the manager. Okay, so manages is a relationship between manager and works on, and works on itself is a relationship between employee, job and branch. Okay, so we can say that manages relationship, there is an involvement of 4 different entity set in this manages. 3 from the works on relationship and 1 from the managed relationship. So this type of relationship is called aggregation. Okay, so I hope you can you understand this concept: specialization, generalization and aggregation. So be prepared for your final exam. There may be a short answer question from this particular topic, that is extended features of ER, or specialization, generalization and aggregation. So it is enough for today. On Monday we will have different topic. I will let you know.